Hello, storytellers. Storytelling Ron. I'm working on my pre-production for my little solo RPG, that storytelling kind of solo RPG, and we're still doing the role-playing one, playtesting the APOC D6 setting. But I also want to practice or work on a actual story and develop it. And this is the pre-production stuff. This is part 2. I don't know how many of these I'll do, but I'm setting everything up to then role play, sort of a solo role playing game of this, but create a narrative while I'm doing it to see if I can create a narrative story. I'm just desperate. I'm literally desperate for a show that is about evangelism and church planting. And there's none out there. None. Zero. Even on the Christian sites, even in Angel Studios, there's none. And I'm a nobody. I actually went to the NRB and pitched to Angel Studios the actual play of this game, and no response from them or PureFlix. So I have to do it all on my own, and that's what I'm doing. I'm working with my church, so on things, but not this. But I'm working on them, hopefully, to get a game going there with this. We got deacon voting this tomorrow. And today I'm doing smash burgers for the men's group, and tomorrow we have a voting in deacons, and I should become a deacon unless last week's street evangelism has spurred the pastor off from my bad cop reaction to somebody. You know, the pastor's a good cop, I'm the bad cop, to protect the church. Anyway, but I don't think it has. But becoming a deacon, I will then be able to set up my own game group and be responsible and be part of leadership, so that I'm responsible for what happens in that game group and have an agency to do that. Anyway, that and this, and I just wanna show post-apocalyptic sci-fi about evangelism, church history, even Dark Ages, even Knights. I do not want to watch the HBO's new Night show that everyone finds so wonderful, or they're willing to overlook the gaudy, disgusting pornographic imagery. I may inevitably watch it, but I don't have any desire to watch it. I just don't have anything else, other options. There's no Knights are essentially Christian. They're essential. You can't have a night without Christianity. And for them and for Hollywood to take it and to keep stealing from us and pretending they can have this honorable chivalry without Jesus Christ is infuriating to me. Not because they're doing it, because pagans will always glam on to anything that works. It's because we Christians are the ones that created it, and we Christians need to take it back. We need to take back fantasy. We need to take back storytelling. We are the best storytellers. We created fantasy. Remember, fantasy is we took all the pagan stories and made them silly and fun. Fantasy. That's fantasy. Pagans believed in them for realsies. To them, it was not fantasy. They really believed in evil elves and evil dwarves. They had to give them offerings, human sacrifice. We took those and made them into fun stories. That's what Christians do. We take all the Greek mythology, turn them into superhero fun stories. We take all the fantasy, all the pagan stuff, turn it into fantasy, fun fantasy. But the problem is that we are denying that and ignoring it, and I'm getting a little ticked off. The reason I like Excalibur, even though it was made by a non-Christian, is that he still was in a Christian environment and he still felt something. And when you watch Excalibur, you can tell it's the Christianity slowly taking over or erasing the paganism. And I have no qualms about demons and pagan powers and magic and stuff. I don't care. God is the creator of all this, and in the Bible there's demonic stuff and the witch and auguries and magic and stuff, even in the Bible. So I'm like, I don't care. To me, it's real. But we have the Holy Spirit in us, so it doesn't has no power over us. It has power over pagans. It has power over pagans, and pagans can come and murder us. But we are not affected by demonic possession, affected by magic and curses and all that crap. Anyway, but they're real. They are real. If you're a Christian, magic and curses and demons are real. So let's make some cool stories. And the goal of us Christians is to go out and fight those and erase those from the community, eradicate that magic and power and curses from our communities, by planting churches and by evangelizing. That's an incredible story. And that adds, okay. So that's why I'm working on this. I'm working on it, trying to try something, anything. And that's what you all should be doing too, as Christians who love storytelling, or who are. If you're not a storyteller, please enjoy, support me. If you're not into storytelling the way I am, obsessed and addicted, and you do, but you're a more productive citizen, please support me or someone like me that wants to put evangelism and church planning into the forefront of entertainment, because it's edifying, it's fellowship, it's supporting someone. But I'm trying to do this. Go to my Subscribestar, Storytelling Ron Subscribestar, or Subscribestar Storytelling Ron. Support me at $6 a month. I get $5.70 out of that. Do I need the money? No, I don't need the money, but I need the encouragement and support. All my money goes to my church. I don't care about any. I don't have luxury cars. We have a nice home in Hollywood, but it's not a mansion. It's just it's small enough that I clean it myself. I clean the house. My wife and I clean the house. We don't have a maid or anything. I do have a gardener. I've had him for years, but he only comes once every 2 weeks, and I do all the major gardening. He does just the continual maintenance stuff, and I pay him well. So, but I do all the major projects in the garden. So that's it. That's all we have. One gardener every 2 weeks, for about half an hour. He comes in, cleans up things, and then leaves. But I do all the pruning and big stuff. So I don't have anything like luxurious. I do everything I do is for this or for the church. I'm doing smash burgers today for 10 or 15 guys. I bought all the stuff myself. Okay, so if you want to know what I'm putting my money into, that's what I'm putting my money into. I bought all the beef. I bought all the buns, the onions. I'm going to do it all. I even bought the cook tools, and I bought the church a pickleball net, a really nice one too, not a cheap one, a nice one for the basketball court, because we don't have anyone. The basketball court is so underused, and I want the members of the church, and I want to draw on other people to bring to make the church a community where we do things, games. I just bought kind of a small screen, but I just bought this. And guess what? It's going to the church. I'm going to make a game room. I don't even want it here. I want it at there, So that's what I'm doing with the money. If you're curious, if you're wondering, and it's all for building up the church. And here in Hollywood, it's a very biblically, it's Pastor John MacArthur style, strong man, woman, homosexuality is a sin, blah blah blah. So. All right, so here I am working on this. So this is going to be the major. He's the main guy that introduces the characters to their mission. Like, this is what's going on, So it's kind of funny characters. The AI, obviously, I'm using AI. AI is my little handy crew guy to do the quick artwork that I need. So let me show you how I set up things. Even for just a regular game, there's certainly some work to be done to do that. Now, obviously, you need to create the first home base with the token of the transport, and that this has a PDF of the actual transport info. And I mean, I have characters as well, but let me just go with this. And then I rolled out in the previous video, these terrains and then what they're going to be. So I have that written out here on my notes. You can do any notes you want. So now the next phase I'm doing is I got to create those different terrains, battle maps basically. So I'm gonna start with the North Mountains, and what I need here is basic mountains with a crustacean crabber beast and a small ruin off the side of the road with potential salvage. So that's all I need for this one. So I've got a map rendered out. Let me get a full screen here. I got a map rendered out from. This is actually the hex map, but I'm going to use it for this story. But as the GM, I'm devising a scenario here, and I got these basic roads that I'm using here down at the bottom. I'm pasting those on there real quick just to make a road that they drive through, but then they're going to see something up above, a mine, and they want to go explore it. So I think this is too close. So I want to move this, and of course I'm sort of I'm a I am a, what do you call it? I am a Photoshop expert, not an expert, but an amateur. Okay, there you go. See, I'm total amateur here. I'm going to select, I gotta go back here. Let me copy it, paste it. Let me move that. So I just want to move this up to like here. Like, oh, look at, there's a mine up there. And I want to somehow get a little bit of this trail going up there. Just a visual fun thing. So I select it. I gotta copy it, paste it, move it, flip it, flip horizontally like that, and then I'm gonna do some stamping here, just to blend it all in. Do a little stamp. I want to erase this one here, and I kind of want to build this out a little bit more. I don't have a curve. I'm just gonna go with that. That's fine. There's some searching here, and there's a searching there, and there's going to be some, crazy craps. Now this is, I'm doing a solo play. I'm going to roll out their awareness, roll out everything, and try to create a narrative in the episode where I really act out the characters narratively, talking to each other, and then describing the scene. But this is a nice basic scene right here. This is all I need. So let me save that as, I think it's a WebP, I believe. Yeah, it's in my tokens. Mountain with mine, ruin. That's fine. Nice and simple. I don't need to, I'm not going to save this. It's like just a little thing. Okay, and then what am I doing next? So I've done that. Now I'm going to have crabs in there, and I've made the crabs already. Let me show you those real quick. They are not in my Foundry yet because I haven't web-p'd them. I have to make a web-p's. Now these are going to get, you all are going to get on in my Subscribe Star as soon as I upload them. I'm just gathering a bit more stuff, but I have made the mountain crab, and I'll show you that real quick. See, I have all this stuff. I'm doing all this, making no money. So that's why I'm going to make my Subscribe Star $6 a month, because I would like to make money, but a little more money than what we've got. We got plenty, but I want to make, we should be paid for what we're doing. You, me, everybody. So I'm not going to do this for free anymore. I've been doing it for free. Like, I've been having the thing for free on my website, the game, and I've gotten a lot of people to download it, but nothing's grown. There's no, thank you, or I'm using it. And that's fine. That gave me a clue as to I got to change it from a D20 to a D6 and keep it simpler, although it's growing in complexity, though it starts very easily because it's very easy to understand. But anyway, I digress. So here's the grab monsters are going to be there. I got to turn these into WebPs, which I'll do right now. Why not? So the way I do it, I made all these. I cut and pasted out the assets here. I have a system now. And you too will have this system. You will have the access to this. So these are all the latest ones I've done and these are specific, by the way, to the solo adventure, or not the robots, but the creatures are, because based on what I rolled. So I put them all into Photoshop, and I already have an automate here based on a recorded action here. You can record actions that you do, and then you can go to automate, batch, and I have a refining tokens, WebP, same size. It's already there. I've already made it. I know this is kind of digging deep in here, and then it goes all the way to I've already have it saved to where I want it to go. Sorry about that. And it creates all these as WebPs, which are much smaller files, much more efficient files to be used for the Foundry for uploading. And now I'm going to sort these, as in put them into these folders here. And that's another thing. I don't want to keep uploading on Subscribestar all of these too often, because I'm constantly adding new ones and I don't remember which ones are which. So I want to wait till I get a nice amount, then archive this and then throw it in there and then give it to everybody. Anyway, Let me throw all these creatures. These are insectoid. Do I have insectoids? Do I have a mutant bugs? Okay, mutant bugs, perfect. Mutant bugs. I don't know what the heck these are. Mutant beasts. Mutant beasts. There we go. And robots. Let me get that. Let me get this mutant. Another mutant. I got Marsh Monstreux. That's what I named it. Just I kind of just make it up as I go, and you can do whatever, name it whatever you want. So these are robots. I'm not using droids like the Star Wars. I'm using robots. I'm bringing robot back. All right. Then there's the vehicles. So that's all. That's all the regular PNGs. These are high res. So these are the ones I'll put into the book, and I'll put into the token printer for printing them out, printables. And then here, yep, here is where they all save, that automated save thing. And oh, this needs to go into battle maps. Let me just make sure that goes into Arid. And these all will be available at, oh, this PNG should not be in here. It should be a WebP. Let me just do that real quick. Automated batch. Hopefully it'll remember this. Go. Okay, and I can minimize this, and then this. I don't know why that one's there. I'm going to put this one in here instead. This is the bunker one. I'm going to delete this one just because it's probably being used right now, but oh well. I can always update it and fix it. Okay, so let me get these into their right folders. Mutant bugs. These are all the WebP versions. And mutant beasts. Mutant beasts. And robots. Just fun different robots that can be found or used. And war trucks. Or the raiders. Where's my... I don't know why I'm calling it APOC vehicles, but they're... Oh, because there will be sci-fi vehicles as well. And so whatever. I'm gonna have sci-fi in here at some point when I start getting the sci-fi stuff going. Okay, or maybe I might have that be a separate folder, but you can use all this APOC assets in your sci-fi because plenty of worlds are going to be post APOC when you go see them. Okay, so there's that. Now what am I doing? Okay, so I want to show you how I organize my folders for the maps. So I made a folder here for store APOC. This is going to be for the singular thing. I really hope that I can export all this Foundry stuff. I know you can. I just haven't ever done it. I can export it as a world, and then you can upload it if you have Foundry and have all of this in there as your. I believe must be a way to do that. I'm sure, and I think I can. I just haven't done it. Anyway, West Marches is the online game I've been playing. And we've been playtesting the D6, and that's been great. I do have at the front, the sort of the root of the maps folder, scene folder rather, sort of generic. Oh, this one should not be in there. Should be over here. Generic things that I use over and over. Copy, duplicate, and then use. And actually, where's the hex map? That's the hex map. Oh, this one's out. Right, hex map camp. Yeah, this one hex map campaign is this basically. Although it's going to, I think it's good. Yeah, it's the older version. Okay, I haven't updated that. I should probably do that right now. I should probably use the. Actually, I'm gonna leave it for now because I have all these little extra little things here that I'm gonna deal with later. Anyway, so this is my battle map starter, and it's a very generic map. There's nothing there. It's just the configuration of the size, everything I kind of want for creating a map over and over and over. In series one, not series one, in Story APOC, I've copied that. Nope, not there. I've copied that in here in their one maps. So all these one maps right here, I've renamed them according to what I plan on doing. So let me go to mountains, the mountains one here, and let me see if the mountains one I saved in here. Yep. Okay, good. I don't think I can drag and drop. That would be so cool if I could. I can't though. It's so annoying. No, okay. In Roll20 you can drag and drop, and it's pretty handy. I mean, it gets kind of disorganized, but it's handy. All right. we're in this one right now, and let me rename it to One North Mountains. Now I don't need to name this here, but it's handy because it shows it on the left. Okay, let me configure. Let me get the background going here, and this one I remember what it is. It's under, this is all the assets under Foundry data assets, or just Foundry data rather. Foundry, everything that I give you if you download from my Subscribestar is going to go, for as far as tokens go, is going to go to wherever you installed your Foundry. It's Foundry VTT data, I think it's the default. I'm not sure. I mean, I installed it here, or the Foundry looks here for it. There's a way to do a path, and then under data is all this stuff. This is where it looks. This is where it looks for all your tokens, art, maps, whatever. And if you put anything in there, it'll put it. If you upload a file through Foundry, it'll make a copy of it and put it here. So this is kind of what all this is. This mess down here, which I haven't cleaned up or anything. And a lot of this stuff I don't like maybe use anymore because it's D&D or whatever, but it's all in here wherever the heck. Yeah, this is all like D&D and Star Wars artwork. But here's my Crusader stuff. I named it Crusader because I haven't. This is older. I used to be like before For the Lord RPG. It was called Crusader RPG. So that's kind of where. It's like English, where you get all these different naming conventions all getting amalgamated as you're progressing in your evolution of your system. Anyway, in here, I have all my original doodle art, but there's my tokens AI, my new folder for all this token stuff. And what am I doing? I forgot. Okay, I'm doing this. So here we are in Crusaders. Tokens AI, battle maps, mountains. I'm trying to keep it all organized so you and me both can understand it. Select file, save changes. There it is. Okay, there's the road where they'll be coming through, and there's that. And now I need to make the crabbies, the crabbers. Okay, I put it under AI Beast. That's easy enough for me. Create. Oh, what I like to do as well. It just seems to work. I go to my tiles on the left here, browser, and I kind of like to look at the creatures or whatever I'm doing. Sometimes, because when you create an actor, you can't see the freaking artwork, so you have to. So I do this. I open up the artwork, mutant beasts, and where's the crabbers? Right there. Okay. Then I kind of have to do this to get the name Mountain Kraga. Then I create an actor. Yeah, that's how annoying this is. Mountain, and again, I hope to be able to export this for Subscribestar people, and so you can actually literally take this whole archive or whatever the heck this file is going to be and put it into your Foundry and open it. I don't know how that works yet. I'll figure it out and get it to you. But please, if you join my Subscribestar and request it, and that's just puts fire under my belly, under my buttocks, in my belly to get things done for people that need it. Mountain Cragger. Okay, and the artwork is going to be there. And what's cool about this is when you have the tile thing open up, it'll go right to it. And then I do this, which it's like, this is a learning curve. Under appearance, image path, randomize wild cards, so that way it'll use both cards randomly, both of the images. And you got to put an asterisk between the naming conventions because I put Mountain Cragger 1 and 2. So you got to always put this little asterisk here. I wish it was this is yeah. Foundry is not easy. If you all have a suggestion for a easier, because I don't use all the bells and whistles. I want to keep it simple. I can keep it simple, but I can't. I can just throw in an artwork and just use it like that. But I don't know of any system really offhand that I can do that with. Without paying a service fee. Foundry, I've only paid $40 and that's it. I've had this for 3-4 years now. $40, whatever this means. $40. That's it. That's why I'm using it, and I've learned how to use it. All right, so here's the Mountain Cragger. Let's go ahead and just create the creature. Why not? Ooh, I do want to make a new macro that's like when I type in this double bracket R7d6. So that let's say that's its attack. when you type in that sort of code, it'll make this, and then you can click on it and it'll roll it. Now that's cool, very handy. So as a GM, I can just have it right there, but I really want it to run off of my macro here that I got AI to make of the game system. But this has a little bit too many bells and whistles. So I think here in a minute, I'm going to make a smaller, more scaled down macro and see if the AI can help me make a, I call, there's some in here, you can actually call up a macro like this. Macro, and then the name of the macro, and then put in some numbers. But obviously I can't do it with this macro below because of the way the input is through the let me just try this for the fun of it. It's not going to work. Nope. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about this right now. But yeah, I can do something like that, and then they'll call it, and hopefully I'll create another macro that does it just for my GM side. Anyway, that's a total digress. Okay, so prowess of this creature is going to be a 4. They're not that. Aware is going to be a 2. I'm going to say savvy is a 1. They can sort of figure out ways to break into things. It's kind of the way I look at that. Savvy, picking doors or whatever. They have to roll that. Gotta stop saying because I don't like saying Okay, I'm not gonna worry about the rest. I don't think they'll need an intellect, social, and spirit. I'm not worried about that. Oh, spirit. Let me do spirit. Spirit's gonna be -2. They can be scary or scared easily. Back off. So what does that mean, -2? Well, 1, I give them a 1d6 to roll, and they can fumble on that. The -2 kind of takes off. The 4, 4, 5, and 6 cancel fumbles. But if they're a spirit -2, I'm going to take off the 4 and 5 and just have 6. That's kind of a homebrew. It should be in the rules. I should write it in there. I've thought about it. I haven't done it. So many little details like that where you as a GM got to just make quick calls about things. Hopefully I'll remember to put that in. Let me put a post-it on that. It's not that important, but spirit -2 cancels 4, 5, fumble, add in rules. I used to use post-its. It's funny how many different ways I have to remind myself of things. Now I'm using post-its. I did all these digital things and just kind of got tired of them, but it's really cool to have dirty little post-its bothering me in front of my keyboard. That's the best way. Going back to analog. Okay. Defense or dodge, either one is a. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 2. A shield for its arm, for its claws, and then a helmet. So that's 3 plus its awareness of 2, so 5. And I'm gonna have him use it quite a bit, right? Crabs are very defensive. Now most minions, most villains or bad guys, I don't use their defense. I let the players use it whenever they declare it. I don't. What is it? It's roll 5, and if you get a 6, that cancels one of the 6 hits on it. But for the crab, I'm definitely going to have that be an ability. It uses defense. Make sure, because that's the crab. Okay. Yeah. So crusty shell. Just a little description of the armor. No big deal there. Save is going to be. I mean, it's going to be high because it's so. Yeah, and vigor is same as vitality. I just named it vigor for creatures and bad guys. 22, I'll say. So a tough human is 16ish, around 16. A warrior human. Civilians are 6 vitality, and so 22 is me thinking it's bigger than a human. Little tougher. I consider this to be sort of giant, but not. 22 is on the higher end of like 30 and above is to me is like a dragon, T-Rex, or a big thing. So, all right, it uses defense as definitely an ability. I'm going to put down first its attack, claw, basically, +4. So I don't think its claw attack is all that good, but if it does get it, it's going to be. The damage is not that much either, so I'm going to say D10. I'm going to say D8. It's the grapple I want to be scary. So grapple. What does that mean? If you're grappled, it's got a hold of you, and you gotta roll your own generic prowess and aware together to escape it. If you don't escape it, it then bites. Then, if grappled, big bite, big bite, big bite claw thing. Plus 4 plus 4. I'm gonna say plus 6. So that's roll 6 die because it's got you a hold of you, and then it's D12 plus D4 or D12 crushing. I'm sorry, I'm thinking rope. Maybe I should put the crushing here. Crushing, grapple. Okay, so if it gets a grapple, if it gets 2 successes on hits, which is what crushing means, it'll get the grapple. Okay, so that's what that means. Actually, no, I take that back. That's not what that means. Grapple only. Okay, I have a new rule that any special attacks require, besides the regular attack, require 2 successes to trigger any special. So the special is the grapple. Same with crushing and grapple. So if I get 2 successes, if this creature gets 2 successes on its hit, it'll instigate crushing and grapple. And the grapple is obviously you need to free yourself. If grappled, it'll get this tougher attack, which is quite a bit scarier. Nope, I'm going to take that out. Just going to have grapple there. This is the one that's going to have the grapple, or crushing rather. Crushing, D12. Well, let me put D12, then crushing. D12. So if that gets 2 successes, crushing will mean it can even be worse. So this is the scarier attack, but it can only happen if it can grapple you. And since it's got 2 claws, I'm going to give it a +1 because of the double claws. All right, uses defense. Okay, so this is good. This is I hope you're following me here. This is a nice scary mountain cragger. That's just what I named it. And this is my format I like to use. I don't know if this is even necessary, but I use this format. Bonk yoink. Okay, that's it. Nothing else. I don't feel like I need to do anything else here. It uses defense, may flee after half damage taken. Something like that. Just to remind myself. 22, and defense is 5. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Mountain Cragger. Put that under AI Beasts and put that. Oh, that's tiny. Okay, let me make it a little bigger. Open up. You always gotta. Whenever you try to make the tokens, always do it from the sidebar here. Don't do it from the creatures in the map, because that's when you copy it into the map, it becomes its own little clone and doesn't refer back to the original, and thusly you won't have updates. It won't be updated. So make sure you do it there. And so I'm now going to make this a little bigger. Oops, not 12. 2. Update. You got to update the token. Remember to update it. And then it's nice and bigger. So the human size, here's a zombie, is this. And that's the crab size, and that's fine. Okay. So we're going to put this crab. I'll get both of them here. Nope. Not working? What? Okay, let me get the random token thing working here. Yeah, that's on. This should be, yeah, this should work. Maybe it's just Mountain Cragger asterisk, unless I have the wrong name going for this thing. Mountain Cragger, are they? Oh, I misspelled it. The other one. All right, let me fix that real quick. Go into Mutant Beasts. Mountain Cragger. Let me put an N in there. I don't put an N. in the other one, although I don't really need to because this one doesn't ever do that, but it's obviously, oops, that's in mutant beasts. Okay, alrighty, let me close this, delete, 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 and nope, and nope. I think I need to refresh, okay, to get it. How do I refresh without having to restart? Just restart the whole thing. I'll restart the whole thing. Okay. Doink. Yeah, that's the battle map starter. Thank goodness. Okay. I didn't lose everything. Yeah, you don't lose anything. Everything's automatically saved, thankfully. Making me quite lazy. I don't, well, I guess I activated. Okay, so there's the one creature. Let me see if it loads up the second guy here now then. No. Yes, okay. All right, so we'll just do 2 Craggers. I'll put maybe one over here and one inside, because that's what I do. Maybe it's there, and this one's inside. And I'm not going to do a layer or anything. I'm going to keep this pretty simple. They can search here, search in there, and it'll be pretty simple. And it'll be a simple adventure with a simple encounter, because that's kind of what I have here for the notes. Okay, so I think we're done there. Let's go on to Mushy Marsh. Mushy Marsh. So yes, I'm going to create a little story. I'm going to create a little teleplay, little solo play, just to try it out. I don't know. Maybe this, may not work, but I'm just desperate. I'm desperate. I'm desperate for something other than the crap that we're watching that gleefully okay, I don't like this, that gleefully erases Christianity from everything. Why is this? Sorry, I'm just trying to get this to not be there anymore, because it doesn't need to be. Huh? Okay, let me activate this one. Oh, okay, that's it. Just, it's done. Oh, it was activated. Okay, let me move on to, what did I say? Mushy Marsh? I think it was Mushy Marsh. This one. Alrighty. Oh, it's just named that. I see. I know there's another annoying thing is there's 2 names for it here, and you gotta remember to change both names, but so that the players see the bottom name. But anyway, okay. So, do I have any artwork for this? And let me go to the Foundry version. Our tokens AI, battle maps, Mushy Marsh, Swamp Mire. Okay, I have some generics here, so it's kind of square. Oh, what's the story behind this one? Lost, roll on replenish roll after any encounter, randomly exit from 1 of 6 sides. So there's not really going to be an encounter, but they can be because of the encounter roll down here. Oops, that's kind of goofy. I have to make some encounter rolls, but I'll do that or not do that. But I plan on making encounter tables for the game, like generic ones for the swamp, for the forest, for the mountains, and having picking out creatures for it and putting that in the book. That's actually one of the last things I got to do. So I'll do that here in a minute. I think I'll just make a generic map then and just use it. Just use one of the. I don't like that they're. I'm going to kind of do something here. I'm going to do a little fun little Photoshop thing here. Throw that in there, and let me create something here. Canvas size is width is 24 inches. It's really weird these. All right, let me go width 2048. Put this on one side, doink, and then I'm going to drag in the other one and stick that over here. Come on. Is there a snap? I forgot. Doink. It's a little off. Darn it. Let me try to move it. Can I move it? I thought I could just move it. Select all. Forget it. Let me do it again. Oh, no. Okay, don't move. Oh, I can do it with shift, I think. Yeah, shift. Okay, good. Shift keeps it straight. Okay, and I'll just stamp it a little bit just to blend it, and that'll be my map. Nice generic wider map. Okay. Totally artistic here. Okay. Let's get lazy here. Kind of blend it together. Ooh, that's kind of a little bit. And let me get smaller. Put some of this over here. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need to go crazy. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, I need a road though. There's a bit of a road there, and I got some generic roads on here. Let me grab that. They got to drive through, and it's just meant to be sort of a simple visual thing. Oh, wrong size. Let me do this again. Reminds me of racetracks from when we were kids and had those old race car track things that no one needs anymore because they use computer games now. I don't know if I need this or not, but throwing him in here. The variation here is kind of limited, obviously. You know what? I'm not going to worry about. Oh, yeah, I'm going to use. I don't like these. I'm going to use. Let me just do this. Let me create another area, and then I'm just going to try and grab some of this stuff and just kind of extend it out a little bit. Just to make it look like there's some sort of road in here. I don't know. There's not a whole lot in here. I'm going to leave it like that and just pretend. Okay, that's fine. All right. Save a copy as a WebP. Let's go to swamp. Okay. Swamp. No swamp. Wide. Random. Let's use that. Patoing. All right. We'll use that. And here is our background map. Tokens AI, battle maps, swamp mare, swamp wide, select, save changes. Okay, here we are. We have a swamp. Okay, so we're going to use this, and I don't have anything random. I have plenty of beasts that I can randomize that. I do have. I have all my cartoon ones, but I'm gonna put the AI beasts here for now. Just to. Oh, these are all my other AI ones. Let me put those in there. These are all my cartoony ones. I might use them just for the heck of it. Go in there, please. Go in there. Thank you. All right. Plenty of creatures here to use. I just need to make a list. Okay, that's kind of done. I need to make a list is all, which I already know. Let me just remind myself. Make encounter lists. Okay, random beasts. Oh, this is a random beast. Okay, well that's there. Okay. Oh, that one's in the marsh. Which is going to be the monstreur guy. Which, let me go ahead and create that guy. At least have it created. So the monstreur is this guy right here. Mutant beasts. This guy right here. So let me. What? Monstreur. That's what I'm calling it, a monstreur. Which is this one. There's two there. Hopefully it'll do both. I could do a larger and a smaller, but I'll put them on the same. I don't see why not. Oops. Just got to put the asterisk here. Hopefully it'll work with the monstreur little. And this is going to be 2. Remember to do that. 2 size, update token. Let me just quickly test that out. Put that in here somewhere. Uh-oh. Not grabbing the other one? Nope, doesn't look like it. Darn it. Alright. Let me rename them. I'll just rename them. Okay. I'll make them separate. Screw it. Okay. Monstreur big. And then monstreur little. Okay. So monstreur big. Prowess 5 or 6. 6 is usually my big bear, big monster, not a 7 or 8. 7 or 8 is like giant or, you know, sort of bigger. Okay. Aware, I'm gonna make it 3. It's kind of scary. That's it. Nothing else. Spirit is a 3. It's not afraid. It's crazy. Its spirit is like, it's just fanatical. So this one's pretty scary. It's got some major bites here. So we're gonna do many bites, but they're devastating. So +6 plus 3dr, which is the skill basically die rings. I could just do 3, but whatever. 3dr. Man, d10 bleed. They're gonna be disease. It just looks ferocious. Oh, it's gonna be brutal too. So let me add a d4 plus d4 for the brutal. Brutal. It could be a d6. Brutal plus. I'll just keep it d4 though. I might do for this story. I'm gonna probably have him encounter the smaller one. Okay. Disease means that if he gets two successes, they've got to resist the disease, or they're wounded. Become wounded. So that's pretty scary, actually. Disease wounded, not. So that's actually very scary. I don't even want to think about it. Okay. If prone and big bite. Oh yeah, big bite. I want to say they bite and then they pull towards the big bite. So let's do that. Disease and grapple. Yeah, this grapple. I think it's going to be a scary grapple. I know I do so many grapple things because I feel like most creatures do that. If grapple, big bite, I'll just keep this simple. +6, d12 plus d4. Crushing. I'll say it's not even a skilled at it, just, well, okay. We'll just leave it like that. That's, to me, scary. Okay. Oh, I forgot the forgot the defense. Okay, defense. Defense is I'm gonna give it a weird thing. Okay, so defense is 3, thick hide. Save is D4. Vigor is, I'm gonna say 30. No, 28. 28. But it has the, you got to kill the you know, the snake things there, but snake heads give it defense 4, save D4, vigor 10. So, but D6 snake heads. So it can put the snake head in front of you. Okay, this is how it does it. With awareness. Okay, I know I'm getting tricky here. The snake heads can go in front of it to defend it, right? So, but where am I? I'm trying to figure out how to write this down. But awareness 3 versus melee can put snakehead in front. So it's got to beat your awareness 3 roll off. What was that? Versus melee. Awareness 3. No, awareness 9 because of the pro plus aware roll off can put snakehead in front. Defense 4, save D4, vigor 10. D6 of these. So versus melee, obviously versus guns, it doesn't really know what to do there, so you just shoot. But versus well, shooting randomly roll unless aim. So if they're doing aim, then they can shoot the body, but otherwise randomly roll unless aim. I know I'm being tricky here, but you know, use as much as this as you want. D6 1 to 3 2 is body, 3 plus is head, is snake head. If 4, if 3 or more only. Okay, there. You know, I know that's tricky, but hopefully I can remember to use it. And you know, if you don't use it and just keep the creature simple, that's fine too. Just options. Tricky ones, but still just options. Okay. All right. That's the trickiness of that. Let me put that's the big guy, 28. I'll keep the smaller guy very simple. That's probably the main one I'm going to use, but this is at least an option in here for someone, me, to use. But let me go ahead and make the smaller guy. Create monster. Okay, that I keep monster or little. Whenever I make create actor, it used to be that it would automatically get rid of this new actor in the previous version, and so it was fine. Now you have to delete it, and I don't know why it's changed. That's really weird. I was like, why turn that off? That was such a great feature, some nice little simple feature that just works, and now it doesn't work. So it's kind of annoying. All right, this is gonna be a smaller version, so let me I kind of want to paste the other one in here and then use it, and then downgrade it. Okay, Monstror Lil, Pro 3, Aware 4. Let's say it's a little more. Spirit 1, Defense is 4. Thick kind, safety 4. 16. Doesn't have this just because the little snake heads are too small. Many bites. +3, +2. D8. Disease and grapple. Sure. If go. I can leave that actually. If grapple, big bite, 3, D10, crushing. Okay, nice and simple. I wonder if I should do. I'm gonna do stress test. I mean, this should be kind of normal. Stress 5 plus test. So 5 or above, and you resist the stress of just this horrific looking thing. And I'm gonna do that for the big guy too. But this one's gonna be regular stress test, which is a 6 plus resist. You need your spirit and intellect stress. Fear test, actually. Fear test. Because this thing is frightening. So that's going to be part of the characters. They have to resist that. If they encounter it. Okay. I could put this here just to remind myself. Okay. I think I did that one. Mushy Marsh. Okay, so let's move on to Mutated Forest. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6 is up here. Another Mutated Forest. All right, let's just do Mutated Forest is going to be the next map. This is what you got to do as a GM if you really love this. If you don't love this, I get it. I get it. One northeast Mutated Forest. Do I have a map for this? That's a good question. Forest. I mean, sorta. Yeah, I could use this. Okay, this is fine. Alrighty, configure. Grid. No, not there. Here. Path. Go up to Mutated Forest. Oop, went too far. Battle maps. Forest greenery. This one, I think. Select. Ah. Didn't work for some reason. Didn't. Select. Save changes. Okay. Let me see what a person looks like in here. Zombie. It's yeah, okay. It's a little smaller. That's a so if a person looks a little too small, what you can do is change it. Story stuff. Okay, let me put in Deacon Bomb. That's like this looks like it's supposed to be a car, so this is obviously too small for that. So let me configure this, and you can go to the grid here and put this down. Maybe let me try 70. Yes. Oh, I went the opposite direction. All right, let me try this again. 140. I mean, this map is actually small. The map itself is an actual small map. So I could double the size of the artwork. But let me just see if I can get away with this. Let me try 220 grid size. We'll go with that. Yeah, it's a small map technically. I should make a bigger map, but let me see what the story is. Drive through debris, abandoned or failed settlement, small, maybe an old campsite. Random encounters from, okay. Oh, okay. Failed settlement. There's no failed settlement here, but I do have some pre-made map pieces that I can put here. Let's see here. Props, ruins. No, I have props. I have Wasteland Raiders. This thing. It could be a failed campsite. Just trying to see which one I might want. We'll just try this one, and if that's the artwork, I need to make a bigger map then. Okay, I'll make a bigger map. All right. Kind of like this one. Let me see here. I can close this. No. Let me bring this in. Let me make it bigger. $3,000, $2,000, $2,000. Is that bigger? Is that what I want? Okay, fine. We'll just do it. I'm just gonna. I need to do this. And I'm gonna use the PNGs just to be a little bit better quality, and then go down to the web Ps. Forest. There's that. This one is a little more giantess. I'm just bringing them all in as variation on the theme. I'm trying to make a big generic. I feel like I might have made one of these and I just forgot. Oh, wrong one. No, that's that one. Okay. I don't know if I really want a river right now, but whatever. All right, let me just stamp this up and kind of make something here. You go underneath, 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 underneath. All right, I'm going to stamp around and just make a generic looking. Maybe I can do a little racing. I need to erase this guy and half erase. A little more than half. Just to smooth out. You know, my guys are not very artistic. The players are not. They don't care. They don't see through. They just see a fun map. They don't care what's what. Any artifacts or weird things. They don't care. I don't care. We're just trying to create a story. Well, I like to tell myself that anyway. Okay. Just smoothing out the edges so it doesn't look too edgy. I like that. What am I doing here? I don't see. What the? I don't see. Ah! What am I erasing? Oh, this is further down. Okay, I think I need this one. Okay, this one I need to smooth out. Just get, ooh, I need to. Where does this river kind of end here? Which is weird. Let me. I'll figure that out here in a sec. Let me just do this. Bottom one, where's the bottom one? Here it is. Just trying to get rid of the hard edges, blend it in. I don't know which is which here. Select. No, we can't do that. All right, let me. What else am I doing here? Well, nope. Okay, all I need to do now is let me grab this one again, put this here. I'm going to give hints of it underneath, like that. Nope, nope, like this. Just so it's like partially in there. What am I seeing here? Blend, 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 or erase rather, but just trying to blend, blend, blend. What's the one up here I'm seeing? Seeing a hard edge right here. What is this one? Nope, can't do that. Shoot, I'll stamp at this point. Okay, let me just stamp to get rid of any other issues. Bigger stamp, please. Opacity, let me do this, little 72% there. Oops, okay. Any other hard edges we need to work on? Oh, here we are. Okay, I want to bring this road in like that. Get a nice ending to this. There we go. That's fine. Let me put a little bit more edges on here. Okay, that's good enough. There. All right, just a nice generic foresty thing. Save as a WebP on, yep, there, forest. Big random map. Big random. That's all I want. All right, let's go back to here. Let's make this map that one. Change the pixel thing as well. Big random, there we go. Select. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, now I want to make this guy smaller, obviously. So configure under grid. Let's go back down to 100. Oops, 100 grid size. Yes, please. I really like changing the grid size versus changing the map size because it keeps all the tokens the same size as well. Like your car, your vehicles. All right, where is he? Where is he? He kind of gets moved around. I don't see him on here. Oh, I can see a little bit of a thing there, but that's okay. Where'd you go? I don't see him. Is he off the map? Whatever. He's somewhere lost. Oh, guy's really small. Oh, there he is, right there. That look about right. That's kind of a decayed car. Okay, a little bit smaller, actually. Oh, I don't know. Let me try 80. I guess we're going back down to 70. Well, okay, we're going back down to 70. 70 is kind of the default. Yep, well, that's right. All right, we're at 70. There's the map. Let me make this smaller, obviously. The failed. This is actually a slave thing, but I'm going to use it as sort of a. It was once a. Where's the guy at? Where's the guy? Did I delete him? Maybe I deleted him. I just forgot about it. Okay, well, anyway. We'll just put this map right there as a failed settlement that they discover. Put it here, and we'll hide it for now because it'll be sort of a discovery. And they're driving. Oh, there you go. No? Oh, maybe I deleted them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is the forest. There's a. Well, do I have any creatures? Oh yes, I have the swarm pest pincers and ranged spikes. Okay, so this is the giant ants. Let me make that real quick. I have the asset for that. Let me find it over here. Okay, image browser. Go up. Mutant bugs. These guys. Okay. They're called, gotta get their name. Biter spitters. Okay. Watch out for the biter spitters. Biter spitters. Biter spitters. And 1 token size. All right. Pro 2. 3. 2. 2. 2 is tough. 2 is like a human tough. 3 is like human training tough. MMA fighter. 4 is like superhuman tough, MMA champ. So 2 is above average. Aware. We're gonna say aware. I'm gonna say 1 because they once they become aware of you, they'll attack, but they're doing their thing. Okay. Savvy 1. They can get into things. Okay. Let me type in biter spitter just to make it official. Spitter. Okay. And defense is they don't really defend. 1. Chitin a little bit, but not much. D2. Save, I guess. Save. I don't even know if they have a save. I'm gonna say no save. Save. D2, fine. Vigor is okay. This is different because they're biter spitter, so I'm gonna say 20. Here's the thing: they're a swarm, so every 4 they lose a bit of strength, right? They lose. So, or every 5 damage, every 5 vigor is +1. So -1 per 5 loss. Well, I don't. Maybe there's a better way of saying that, but I'll just go with that right now. So biting is 2 + 4. So that's if they're on you, biting, yeah. But let me just do. I don't want to do. So 4 is D10. So D10. So 1 is D4, 2 is D6, 3 is D8, 4 is D10. Max. And then that's fine. That's the most. Okay, so every 5 vigor. I hope that's understandable. If you have if you're at vigor 20, they're at D10. If they're Any less than that, it goes down to D8, D6, and D4. Okay. Spitting is 1 plus 4. Plus 4 as biting damage, but toxic. So stress. So if they're toxic, they're induces stress. So if they get a double hit, 2 successes, that triggers the toxic, which is you're at stress because it's foul, it's on you, it's acidic. I'm not gonna say it damages anything, but it's just very foul and acidic. I could make it acidic so it damages things, but range attack. Maybe we'll make it damaged. Starts damaging the truck. Yeah, let's do that. but acidic. Plus D4 damage. Plus D4 or damage. And or damage. Yeah, if it's triggered. So any special attack requires it to get 2 successes. So otherwise it's just D4, D6, D8, D10, and then but if it goes 2 hits, it triggers the special. Just to be sure you know that, Swarm takes double damage from area effect attacks, whatever. Not whatever, but there it is. Okay. Just formatting it so it looks nice. Okay. I think that's hopefully works acceptable. All right. We're getting somewhere, I think, hope. Put that under AI beasts for now till I organize it better. This one is done-ish. We go to toxic now. Okay. "20 zombified things rolling." All right, that's what I rolled or something. If there's any beasts, you know what? I'm not gonna read that. Just mutant stuff. Ruined unique building or sector from before 1 section for 1 salvage roll. Also, there's only one section I rolled it, and 1 salvage roll. So I'm making 1 salvage roll per person. But let me pop open this map. Let's generate a thumbnail so I know it's done. Generate a thumbnail. Okay, that one's done. I'm moving along here. Alrighty. This is the toxic. Configure. Write that down. So it's toxic. I think I'll just use. It's not necessarily that it's a swamp. I'll just roll again to sort of determine that actually. Let me go on the hex map page. Which is here. I'll just roll again for a what kind of toxic? If it picks toxic again, I'll just use, well, it might be bog. Okay, so we'll just use that map, the same map as, or the bog swamp map. Let's grab that. Battle map swamp. Y random. Okay, and then this one though, there is a ruin. So let me, I do have one. So let me do it. One I can use as a generic prop here. Where is it? Ruins? No. Modular. There we go. This one. Okay. Nope. That's small. You know, I'll say one big roll for them. And this little guy, it's probably a little more than I want it to be, but that's okay. Plus random encounters, I think. Let me see. I think we're kind of done with that one. Yeah, ruined 20 zombie. Okay, so zombies are going to be awakened. Oh, I mean, I could do swamp zombies. I don't have swamp zombies. I technically do actually, but it's in the Gothic folder. But let me go ahead and cheat here. Sorry guys, but that stuff will be available too at some point. I'm going to cheat for now, and then we can always change it later. Sewer. I mean, my cheat is that I'm going to use the Gothic one, and you guys are going to have to wait until I get those to you. Gothic. Unholy. Is it unholy? Sewer zombie. I mean, I could make a newer version of this for post APOC, obviously, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Just to expedite this here. So got to do this, link it. Got to put the little asterisk in there, get a little variety going. Update. Let me make sure that's going to work. Can't see it, so teeny. Yeah, that works already. Okay, let me give it some. Now, here's what I've learned. Here's the way I'm going to do zombies from now on. Prowess 1, aware 0-ish. They're slow. That's it. And then defense is nothing. Skin, well, rotted skin. Their save is nothing. And then their vigor is, here's where it gets 24. Yeah, it's high as the reason is that you can just keep destroying them and they're still coming at you even though you kill them. So that's what that means. So they only die with wounds. If you get a wound on them, that means you like decapitated them or totally severely damaged them to the point they can't attack you anymore. So that's what that means. So dies on any wound. Okay, that's it. And then their scary part is that they grab bite. Just do that. Just +1. So I'm actually gonna, yeah, +1 per zombie. So they all just join together and fighting. Like if there's 6 of them, then it's a 6 die rank attack on you. They're just all swarming you. But they're individuals too, so you got to kill them individually. That's nice and simple. Let's trigger disease. So if you get 2, you get disease, you got to resist. Nice and simple, I think. I hope. 24. 24. I'm gonna do a stress. That 0. Okay, 0. Let me do a stress. Stress 4 to 6 based on how many. So 4 plus to 6 based on how many. So you know, if there's a lot, you gotta do a regular stress. If there's only 1 or 2, then just stress 4 plus, or yeah, just stress, not fear. Okay, sewer, swamp zomb. bold. Okay, that's it. Nice and simple, I hope. I keep saying that. Okay. All right, that goes in there. And I think we'll have the zombies be around this thing and they come up eventually. Is this the right size? It looks like the right size to me. Okay, all right. Done with that one. Southeast mountains, dangerous terrain, giant arachnoid, keen sense of hearing. Any combination of these when used. Okay. Drive test. Okay. There's no encounter here, so I'm going to make the generic road again. Giant arachnoids, which is the spiders. I'm just going to basically do an encounter where the spiders jump on the transport and they got to deal with it. That's kind of what I'm going to do for that storyline. So I'm going to do a generic mountain thing. I think I have... Which mountain is this? This is Southeast Mountains. Okay, this one. So what it takes to make a show. A show. I'm dying for a real show, or show about real Christians doing real Christian thing. The thing we're supposed to be doing. That's what I'm dying for. Dying. Well, we are dying, but I'm literally dying. No, whatever the term is. Okay, let's do this one, mountain. Why didn't this work? What do I do? Select file, save change. Okay. Ooh. It's like too much stuff going on here. Ooh, why not? Just do it. I'll use the other one. This just feels like it's got too much stuff going on in it. Let me grab the other one. This one. I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, that's. Let me create the creature at least. I can create the story simply through this anyway. So, because the terrain doesn't matter, it's going to be not used technically. Let me look at the creature I'm going to use. Where's the bug I'm going to use? I mean, I can use these guys, but this guy, I was going to use this guy. Okay. I think I called it something here. No, arachnoid. I called it something here for sure. Okay, arachnothrong. 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 I'm gonna make this guy a little bigger. Make him a 3. That's gonna be pretty big actually. We'll just go with it. Okay, the stats on this guy. Prowess 4. Aware 4. That's the tough part. I'm going to say this guy's defensive. Sav 2. Intellect 2. And Spirit 2. Spirit 2. This guy's semi-intelligent, but you know, not human intelligent, just trying to... Okay. Defense 4. And I think it's going to use its defense because spiders always sort of feel that way. Defense 4, Chitin save D4, save D4. Vigor is going to be a 28. And the chitin, no, what kind of attack does this guy have? He's got the web blast. Web blast, and you know, it's a grapple again. Web blast. +4. +2 die ranks. That's its attack. Blast D4. Grapple. I'm gonna say, yeah, D4 strain. D4 strain damage. You know, blast D4 grapple. So the grapple is the roll off. So webbing, grapple is pro plus aware, or is 8. 8, so they gotta beat an 8, or he's gonna roll an 8 for the webbing. Each success is each success cancels target success. So, all right, let me think. This grapple is each success. So if you try to roll, you got to beat that many successes, otherwise you can't do anything because you're grappled. And then bite, stinger. This is the scary one. +4, +4, +4, plus defense. You can't even do defense. Okay. 2 DR. D10. Lethal. Well, just poison, not lethal. Poison. So if you're poisoned, you're wounded. Plus you're grappled. Another if grappled one. I gotta play this out. It's so easy to just do bite, you know, as a game, but creatures truly do want to knock you down to then do their big bite, right? They never want to just attack damage. They want to grapple you. They want to overbear you, confine you, so that they can then get a real bite in. And that's the way I like to try to do it, but it does get a little tricky, frustrating and stilted for the players, but it's so real in real life. It's so, even in medieval combat, you want to, you know, take them down. You want to, so you can get that. And when you're, as a player, don't like that kind of play, I agree, but no, neither do I when we're fighting in a real combat situation. And that's the worst thing, to get knocked down to then they start pummeling you. That's the worst thing, obviously, and so it's the worst experience in the game. So it's almost like D&D and all that. They just got rid of that. Oh, there's nothing, you know, we don't want that. But that's the true way of fighting, and I really want to somehow represent that in the game. And hopefully this will work. We'll see. I'm just, I've done it a little bit, but yeah, it's been kind of minimal. So I'm certainly falling into the same thingamajigger, but we'll see if this makes it more interesting. So basically what happens is he does the web blast, 60 eye rings. Yeah, let's just play it out real quick just to show you. Okay, so let's say they attack, 6 die ranks, blah, blah, blah. 6 die ranks. You know, obviously people can dodge. Ooh, so 1 success. Okay, so just a little bit of the web got him, and you know, got to get it off. It's D4 strain, which is pretty minimal. They should probably avoid that with armor save easily. So they got some webs stuck on them. That's it. Yeah. Then they try it again. Yeah, that's pretty low, actually. Let me think here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so 2 successes there. That initiates grapple. They can roll dodge to counter that. The blast d4 is how many it affects. But I only roll it if there's an actual success. So 3. Oof, so up to 3 can. So all 3 got up. So that's kind of dangerous. All right, let's go with that. Cool. Let's go with that for now. Okay, so I'm kind of almost done here, right? I'm almost ready to go. One more, and then I need to get going here anyway for church. Okay. Drive test, debug lieutenant, cause trait, key sense, layer. Oh, there's a layer. Many creatures, pack attack, weakness. Okay. This one actually is going to use this map. So let me. I'll just change this one. I don't want to. I'm too brain dead to do it the other way. So let me change this to that. Select file, save change. Okay, that's that. That's fine. Just leave it. And then the next one is going to be what am I doing here? I'm kind of, that should have something in there. Yeah, okay. This one is that. Yeah. Did I not do this one? Uh-oh. Or is that's the next one. Yeah, okay, this is the final one. Okay. Oh, it's the mutated forest. Okay, it's not even a, it's not even a, I thought it was the mountains. Okay. 1, southwest, mutated forest. Let me, whoops, I didn't mean to close it. Let me configure, let me grab a map for this. Mutated forest, I could probably use the same one. Yeah, the big one. The big one, that's fine. Oh, unless I want to use, all right, now I'm getting a little goofy here. Maybe I want to use this other bucolic one I made. That's a little too bucolic. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I'm gonna go back to the other one. Alrighty, big random. Let's just do this one, and then there's going to be a layer. Another rule is that when they go through an area, they want to make it safe for their followers. So if there's a creature in there that's dangerous, they want to get rid of it. So actually, I need to create some sort of hive mound or something. They gotta fight. I'm gonna do that. Like that kind of something, a feature. What's this? No, okay, that's like a map I could use at some point. Modular. I'm gonna have to create something. I'm gonna have to ask the AI to create for me. Let me go. Just seeing which one I've used before that sort of fits the. Here. Can you make me a creepy termite giant mound post APOC? Maybe has some post APOC junk debris on it, but monstrous creepy termite mound. No termites, just the mound, surrounded with a pure white background, so I can cut out and paste on other maps. Okay, let's see what it does. All right, so we'll do that. And I actually have some creatures I can use. Let me see here. Oh, these are the weirdy ones. Okay, yeah, I do have weirdy things I'm going to do. So let me go ahead and grab those, and then this map will be done. Then I got to get going. Okay, I got to end this quickly here. All right, thanks for hanging out. I can use any of these really, but I'm going to use these things here. Again, I am wanting us all, you, me, to create a fun evangelism type storyline. I want to keep saying this until someone steals my idea, which is not my idea. It's the Lord's idea. We should be evangelizing and planting churches. It's church history, but we have no entertainment doing it. That's the part where I am like, what the heck? So that's what I am going to keep on clanging my gong and hitting my cymbal to get others to do, other young Christian filmmakers and storytellers, because everything we do is, it's Christian allegory. No, explicit. I don't want allegory. I don't want adjacent or whatever. I want explicitly Christian. And I really, really hate Christians, literally hate them, that say it's sacrilegious to role play Christianity or to pretend Christianity. Like, F you. I guess I'm getting demonic here, but it's like, we got to teach our kids to role play. How do you? The people, that's the one guy in particular on Facebook, he said that what I was doing is sacrilegious, but he's posting all this D&D stuff, like just D&D over and over, because he's addicted to it. And he says, this is fantasy. We don't need the reality of Christianity. And he attacked me over and over. So I left the site or whatever. I don't even go there anymore. But he attacked me over and over, whereas everyone's posting pagan stuff. And he's fine with that. I'm like, what? Why? So I still have it's under my skin kind of thing. But I'm not going to stop, because this is... There was a guy who's saying most kids leave church, right, when they go to school, and he said the reason the ones that don't leave, the ones that have a higher percentage of staying in church, are the ones that actually act out church stuff. Like he said, role play. He really went to role play. This minister, this guy. I should hold the YouTube. It was a YouTube video too. I was like, dang. But he's like, they should role play how to work in a church. And this game is exactly that. It's about role playing how to do these things, and then put those into your real life. Okay. All right. I do need to get going. So let me just finish this. Let's check out what the AI did real quick. If it busted out, let's do it. Let's use it. Why not? So I'll use this as the termite mound, and these like psychic things, I have to figure out what they are. So that'll be the surprise in this episode, like if they go here, because I don't know which term. I'm going to randomly decide which hex they go in, but keep all these things here. But anyway, I will figure this out later. I got to get going. My mind's kind of distracted right now. But let me just keep that open and probably keep that like that. And all right, so thank you guys, or I don't know, thank you or not thank you, but this is the end of this video. Please support me on Subscribe Store. Thank you for supporting me on Subscribe Store, to keep doing this, to keep pushing this, to finance this type of stuff. This is what I want to finance. This is the stuff I want others to do. And I might even do some AI video, but I would need some more financing to do that, because I think it's $150 a month just to use the really good one. Try to make a show with it and using AI, but in the end, I really want real actors, because I'm a Christian. I don't even care how easy it will be to use AI. In the end, I as a Christian, I'm not worried about AI, because in the end, we are relational, and like a church, we don't need to hide away. We don't want to hide away and get a sex robot and or sex porn AI or whatever. We don't want any of that. We want actual relationships with real people, caring, compassionate, chivalry. We want that naturally, foundationally. So I'm not worried about AI, because I'm not worried about replacing anything. Because if you go to church, if you're part of a church, it's all about relationships of human beings. And AI just becomes a fun, happy tool to use if we need it. And so for filmmaking, I'm not worried about AI taking over actors or anything, because I want actual real people in my doing these roles. But we use AI for the background or whatever, we need it for props or whatever. But I would want real people acting because I really want to see real people in their own nuances, not AI perfection or something. Okay, Game of Life, everybody. Roll holy dice, and thanks for watching me on this far. And I'm not giving any glory points, sorry, but anyway, Game of Life. Roll your own, get your own glory points. Roll holy dice.